Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Randall George Nozawa, the Bounce Back Blind Guy, and this is Transforming Adversity into Opportunity, my story. Okay, I'll update you. Well, all right. The car wreck and tree branch in the brain, okay, slowed me down quite a bit. The brain swelling and the loss of that left eye, and it repositioned that right back eye back into its socket, and so that was pretty blurry after that. And I had to relearn how to walk well and talk again, and get my I still call it my brains back because a lot of it was hanging outside of my skull. But I didn't die and recovered. Got back into what I was doing with the personal training, and met a elderly couple. Guy's name was John Williams, that I learned later was John Brandon, and his wife Turi, who really didn't know who he was, but we embarked on a nutrition business together. And the guy's a naturopath, and he's got his PhD in clinical nutrition, so he knows a lot. I said, okay, this is great, and nutrition, is a big interest of mine, and I've studied it for, over 30 years and enjoyed it, and what I passed on to a lot of the people that I coached and a lot of my patients. So this was a good way to come back. But on that evening of March 28th, when Turi called me, said, come down here, and she's locked in the bedroom, which pretty new. But I said, okay. She said, you're the only one that can calm this guy down, because you're the only one he respects. I said, oh, okay. Thank you, I think, but there's something strange about that. Anyway, how that turned out, yes, he shot and killed her. He shot me in the head, blew out that eye that partially worked, and caused a lot of with the shrapnel damage, a lot of damage inside of my mouth and things. So I've got a numb lower left lip, and that sew back my tongue. It was almost blown out. So I practice speech sounds every day, because I guess thanks to him I've got this lisp that I don't want, but I do have. So I work hard not to do that. All right. So what does a blind broke guy do? What do you do? Okay. I never thought of giving up, because I was, one, grateful to be alive, because I shouldn't have been alive through both those head traumas, car wreck and the shooting. And I'm one of those people that can honestly say I beat a bullet. I don't want to try it again, but I beat a bullet. And anyone that tells you they like being blind is either lying or they're crazy. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. But then you look at the other side of that, so much has opened up for me, so many opportunities. I've met so many wonderful people, and I get to live my life's purpose. I'm very lucky. Okay, I've got a great wife who's so smart that she kept us housed and fed while I recovered. Got 3 great kids, who are assets to society, with all their different personalities. But they share their kindness, they share their caring with the world, and I'm so, one, proud of that as a father, but just grateful for them. So what do I do? Okay, I go to blind school. I learned how to use a cane. I learned how to catch buses. I learned how to figure out if it's north, south, east, or west. I've learned how to find addresses. I've learned how to cross the street without getting killed, which is a lot harder than it seems, because it's you can try this by closing your eyes and walk in a straight line. Not as easy as it is out to be. Okay, and so you've got to learn that, but you get a feel of things. You listen, and you feel the wind. You feel the sun on your face. You can figure out if cars are coming towards you, away from you, and where you're at. So you learn orientation without your vision. Okay, but here I've got to find out how to make a living. What does a blind guy do to earn a living? And that's not teaching Braille. That's not teaching mobility. Okay, that's not like doing filing or sweeping up an office or answering the phone and all that. What do I do? Okay. I wanted to share my knowledge because not only had I had that during my doctoral experience, but I was a personal trainer. I studied nutrition for 26 years. I studied personal development for 26 years. I think I had something to offer to the world, but I didn't know what it was. Okay. So I studied, and I reached out to people, and what I found that I did well was listen. I listened well. I did this as a kid. That you sit back and you listen and you figure things out. You're quiet. And you figure out what people are thinking, what they're wanting, and a lot can be learned from what they say and what they don't say and how they say it. Okay? And so that's how I thought I'd make a living. And you go, well, like how? Well, I don't know how. Not yet. During that process, and through my couple years in graduate school, which is quite difficult, by the way, when you can't see, but I learned a lot, from people and systems and, how blind people need to get along in the world and what they need to do. Okay? And if you lack the skill, well, talking about blind people, if you lack the skill, what you must have is persistence. You have to have persistence. You have to keep at it. And then keep asking. I never used to ask for help before, and I do it all the time. And I get to be where I'm at now. So, during this process is, well, what can I do to make a contribution to the world? How can I earn a living? How can I help my family? Okay, because, bills are bills, and bills need to get paid. And if you want to live that kind of life that you would most love to live, you got to do something about it. So I created a program, and the name of these succeeding videos that you're watching, Transforming Adversity into Opportunity. What I discovered for myself is that hidden in the worst tragedy, the biggest obstacle, the worst adversity, is often your greatest opportunity, your biggest open door, your chance, your possibility to really do good in the world, to stretch yourself to where you think you never could. But we all have it in us. So that's why I name my 7-step blueprint Transforming Adversity into Opportunity, and that's what I teach. Okay. Anyway, I need a website. Now I have two. I have a radio show, Be the Change, on the Pyramid One Network, thanks to Bob Charles. I have a YouTube show, New Enlightened Lifestyle Medicine, and with an awesome co-host, Patrick Herbert. Please look him up and look at his blog and look at all his postings. The guy's an incredibly intelligent man, and researcher, journalist, and what he does is he tells the truth. There's no politics about him. His is just he tells the truth, and I like that. And so, I've learned a lot from him, and he's undergone an enlightenment, and basically sees the world in a different way, sees himself in a different way and where he fits in. And so, he's the co-host, and we're going to start our second season soon, so please stay tuned for that. But anyway, what I found with the blindness is that it can either sink you or you can use it as an open door, and that's what I chose to do. I'll tell you, it's a lot of times it's not fun, but what happens with pain and suffering is that we need that to grow. We just need it to grow, and what happens there is the more pain there is, the more suffering there is. You can either crumble from it, or run from it, or run toward it. Weird, huh? But this is the sympathetic fight or flight. You can stay and fight, you can run, you can freeze, you can faint, or you can be a follower. Like the sheeple, like people are doing now with this COVID thing. They're not thinking, and they're going with the flow. Be scared, 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 and not believe in your immune system, which is ultimately what was the God gift that will save us all. But people don't quite understand that yet. But more on that later. But when you stay for the fight, when you go forward, when you advance and not retreat, what happens? You stimulate dopamine in your brain. That's reinforcing. Dopamine, it's the achievement hormone. And so it's not winning the fight, but in every round, there's something to be grateful for. And it's like a mile marker. Once you pass those kind of mile markers, you get energized, re-energized. Okay? And that's what I am. I'm energized. A lot of things I've done well, a lot of things I haven't done well. I talk to people all over the world thanks to the internet, and we can do that now for blind people. Since we have this program, it's an audible screen reader that talks to us. So I get to listen to a mechanical voice all day. And yeah, boring voice, but look at the benefit. I get to talk, I get to counsel, I can get to listen to people and help them become the better versions of themselves, whether it's individually, with their businesses, with their families, or if it's within couples, and if they have children. I can listen and offer some solutions or just some information based on the many years I've been on Earth. So I'm really grateful for that. And so what Patrick Herbert will tell you, it's two sides of the same coin, two sides of the same thing. I say it's two sides to the same law because you have to have contrast. Okay, because if there's love on one end, there's fear on the other. If there's love on one end, there's hate on the other. Okay, if there's clarity on one end, there's confusion on the other, and somehow they all mix together. And with pain and pleasure, okay, with suffering, what we have to do, or what I did, was I leaned into it. I go, okay, I can't do anything about the blindness, but I'm going to do something about my life. And I wonder if I could share that with other people, and that's how I would make a living. That's how I would earn my income. And thusly, I created Transforming Adversity into Opportunity. I get to counsel people. I get to talk to people. I get to share my life with others so they can maybe make their lives a little better. All right? Thanks for listening here. And if you like it, please subscribe. And look at my two other shows, and please subscribe there too. Would love to have you on in the tribe, okay? Because I think it's a movement. Well, I know it's a movement. I want to create one, and I am. And what are they? 7.8 billion people on Earth. We got a lot to do. These are our brethren. We can make the world better, but we have to stop just thinking about ourselves. Stop being afraid of a microbe. Okay. Think of what can be. Think of what is possible. Think of what we can do. Think of what we can create. We're the most, technically the most intelligent creature ever made. So let's ramp that up. Let's do something. Let's do something where we can improve ourselves, be the best version of ourselves, and then unite and do good things. If you like this, please subscribe, and check me out next time. And please tell your friends too. And for all those folks there that have overcome their own adversities, or even undergoing it now, let me know about it. Okay, write me, tell me about you. If you know someone, tell me about them, and let's go do this. Oh, by the way, I am writing my book about this, and I need a publisher. So you out there listening, tell me if you know a publisher. I need one. Okay. And we're going to keep on going, keep on growing, keep on getting better. And I tell you what, this COVID thing is the best thing that could ever have happened to us, because this unites us. Do you know why? We get to be honest. We get to be honest about our fears, why we're afraid, and we have to take control of our own lives. Politics don't work, everyone. They don't. You can see what happens. Look at these two boneheads running for president. One bonehead won, the other one didn't, right? And they're still fighting about, which bonehead is the better bonehead. We don't need that. We need leaders. You're a leader. We need you out there taking control, sharing your love, sharing your goodness, uniting everyone, including everyone. We can do that. Let's do that today. I'm Dr. Randall George Nassau. They call me the Bounce Back Blind Guy. And please join me next time. Bye-bye now.